Hey guys, Megha here, and I've got two smartphones here that are aiming to shake up the budget segment. The POCO M6 Plus and the Lava Blaze X, both priced under Rs 15,000. The Lava Blaze X starts at Rs 14,999 for the 4GB RAM variant, while the M6 Plus kicks off at Rs 12,749 for the 6GB RAM model. I've tested both these phones in detail, but figuring out which one you should buy isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have your answer. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Alright, let's start with what you noticed first, the design. The POCO M6 Plus is going for that premium vibe with a dual tone aesthetic and a glass back, which honestly is a nice touch at this price point. The design definitely has its moments, but the silver rocking isn't my style. There's a lavender color which I think looks way nicer. Plus the glass back is a total fingerprint magnet, so you will be wiping it down constantly. At 205 grams, the weight makes itself known after a bit, especially when you're holding it for extended periods. The phone's boxy shape and sharp corners don't help with comfort either. On the flip side, the Lava Blaze X surprised me. It's got a plastic back, sure, but it doesn't feel cheap. In fact, it's got this sleek, slim profile, and at 183 grams, it's way lighter than the POCO M6 Plus. The Lava Blaze X sports a huge circular camera array on the back that protrudes quite a bit. However, it does look appealing and doesn't hamper the in-hand feel. I got the titanium grey variant, and it's got a nice smooth finish that feels smooth to touch. Again, not my top pick for color, but let's talk about the front of this thing because that's where it really shines. Lava went all out with a curved AMOLED display. Yep, you've heard that right. Curved AMOLED on a budget phone. It looks seriously premium, like something you'd expect on a flagship. But Lava doesn't just stop at the curved screen. It also offers a fast in-display fingerprint sensor, adding high-end features that the POCO phone lacks. However, the M6 Plus holds its own with handy extras like the headphone jack and an IR blaster. It is also nice to see that both phones come with a TPU case, especially considering that some brands like CMF don't even bother including a charger in the box these days. Now let's dive into how these two phones measure up in terms of power and performance. The POCO M6 Plus packs the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 AE chipset, while the Lava Blaze X comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 6300. I've got the top-end variants of both, each with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. On paper, both phones seem pretty evenly matched in terms of performance. I ran some benchmark tests, and while the POCO M6 Plus scored slightly higher than the Lava Blaze X, the difference is minor. But let's go to the real test, everyday use. Both phones handle day-to-day tasks with reasonable smoothness, though I did spot a few stutters on both when switching apps and multitasking. When it comes to gaming, neither phone is a powerhouse. They're fine for casual gaming, but start to struggle with more demanding titles like BGMI, where you'll see the occasional frame drop. Heating wasn't an issue on either phone, but the POCO M6 Plus drained its battery faster than the Lava Blaze X after 30 minutes of gameplay. Speaking of battery, the POCO M6 Plus has a slightly bigger 5030 mAh unit compared to the Blaze X's 5000 mAh. Both phones easily last over a day with moderate usage and support 33-watt fast charging. However, the POCO's larger battery actually charges faster, going from 0 to full in about 80 minutes, while the Blaze X takes around 100 minutes to reach 100%. That's a bit of a letdown for Lava. Now, I spent some quality time binge watching on both phones, and there's a clear winner when it comes to the display. While both offer FHD Plus resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate, the Lava Blaze X's 6.7-inch 3D curved AMOLED screen blows the POCO M6 Plus out of the water. The Blaze X's screen is just more vivid and punchy with those deep inky blacks that AMOLED displays are known for. The POCO M6 Plus's 6.79-inch LCD screen isn't bad, it's decent. But it just can't match the color richness of an AMOLED, especially when you're diving into high-def content. On top of that, the POCO M6 Plus peaks at 450 nits of brightness, whereas the Lava Blaze X offers up to 800 nits, making it brighter. That said, Neither display excels in outdoor visibility. Both are a bit reflective, making them less ideal in direct sunlight. The Lava Blaze X's curved screen does have a tendency for accidental touches, but it wasn't a major issue. What did bug me though was the auto brightness feature, which felt a bit off. It didn't quite adjust properly indoors, making it a bit of a hassle. Now, let's talk cameras. On paper, the POCO M6 Plus seems like it has the edge with its 108 megapixel main camera paired with a 2 megapixel macro lens, while the Lava Blaze X features a 64 megapixel main shooter and a similar 2MP macro setup. But in my testing, the real-world performance didn't always match the specs. The main sensor on the Lava Blaze X, despite overexposing at times, delivers more accurate colors. The POCO M6 Plus does capture more detail, but when it comes to edge detection, especially in portrait mode, the Blaze X actually pulls ahead. Low-light photos aren't particularly impressive on either phone, and the dedicated night modes don't do much to improve the level of detail. POCO includes a 108 megapixel camera mode, but honestly I didn't notice a massive difference between that and the regular mode in terms of quality. It also offers a 3x in-sensor zoom, but the results are just okay. Not something I'd rave about. So even though the POCO M6 Plus flexes bigger numbers, it still needs some software fine-tuning to fully leverage that hardware. For selfies, the POCO M6 Plus packs a 13 megapixel front camera, while the Lava Blaze X steps it up with a 16 megapixel shooter. Both are decent for your everyday snaps, but nothing groundbreaking. Finally, let's dive into the software experience. Both the POCO M6 Plus and the Lava Blaze X are running Android 14, but the way they deliver is quite different. The Lava Blaze X keeps things simple with the stock Android UI. It's clean, minimal, and doesn't come with much bloatware, which is a huge plus in my book. The POCO M6 Plus, however, runs on Xiaomi's HyperOS, which is loaded with extra apps that start downloading as soon as you set up the phone. We're talking Amazon, Facebook, Spotify, WPS Office, and a bunch of Xiaomi's own apps. Thankfully, most of these can be uninstalled. One cool feature on the POCO M6 Plus is the second space, which lets you create a secondary UI that ditches all the bloatware, giving you a cleaner user experience. It's a nice workaround if you're not a fan of pre-installed apps. That said, I prefer the Lava Blaze X for its cleaner, more streamlined UI. However, it does miss out on some of the multitasking features like split screens and floating windows that HyperOS on the POCO M6 Plus offers. Those features can be pretty handy, especially if you like to juggle between apps. One major downside with the Lava Blaze X is its limited software support. Just one Android upgrade and 2 years of security updates. That's a bit below what you'd expect in this price range. On the other hand, the POCO M6 Plus offers 2 years of OS updates and 4 years of security patches, making it a more future-proof choice. This limited software support really puts a damper on recommending the Lava Blaze X wholeheartedly. Despite its better display, cleaner UI experience, and arguably sleeker design compared to the POCO M6 Plus, the question of longevity looms large. But does that mean you should just grab the POCO M6 Plus instead? Well, it does have a better update policy and a cheaper price tag, but it does not necessarily offer the most balanced experience in this segment. In fact, both the CMF Phone 1 and Redmi 13 5G deliver a more rounded smartphone experience for under Rs 15,000. So you might want to check out those as well. Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.